All right, let's get rolling. Area of a triangle is 1/2 times base times height. Remember, we got to have a right angle to have a height, and there it is. We got a right triangle right up in here, but we don't know what that side is. What do we do when we know two sides but not the third? The Pythagorean theorem. So 8 squared plus something squared equals 17 squared. Go solve that, Daddy, and you'll get 15 for x. So now I can say 1/2 times 8 times 15 is the area of our triangle, 60 units squared. Got this parallelogram here. Remember, we got to have a right angle. Well, there we got one. The height is 6. The base is 14. So parallelogram, 14 times 6, 84. If the area of a circle is 49 pi meters squared, that radius squared is 49. So the radius has to be 7. The circumference is the diameter times pi, or double the radius times pi. So 14 pi meters is the circumference. If the perimeter of a rectangle is 56 millimeters and one side is 22, that means the other side is also 22. We got to figure out what this other one is. Do a little subtraction. 56 minus 44, that's 12. Divided by 2, that other side has to be 6. So the area is 22 times 6, 132 millimeters squared. Area of a rhombus. The rhombus special formula when it involves diagonals here is 1/2 times the diagonal times the diagonal. Part of this diagonal is 15. All right, find the volume of a cylinder with radius 5, okay, and the height's 10, tells us that. So I've got to find the area of that circle. The base is a circle, so the area is the radius squared, which was 5. 5 squared times pi is the area of the circle, which is the area of the base. So now, the height was 10, so the volume is the area of the base, which is 25 pi times 10. There you have it. Find the circumference of a circle with radius 10. Oh yeah, and I don't care which answer you give me here. If you want to give me in terms of pi or the decimal version, either way will be fully correct. The circumference of a circle with radius 60. Well, if the radius is 60, the diameter is 120. The circumference is double the radius times pi, which is the same thing as the diameter times pi, so it's 120 feet. That's 120 pi feet. The area of a circle with the circumference of 12 pi. So 12 pi is double the radius times pi. So 12 is double the radius, so the radius is 6. The area is the radius squared times pi, so 6 squared is 36. 36 pi centimeters squared is the area of the circle. Number 9. A chord. Well, the only 2 endpoints I have on the circle of the segment is RT. Oh, that's not true. We could also have MR is also a chord. Either one of those would be correct. Secant, a line that passes through, that's MQ. Line MQ, that is. A tangent, that's line NE or EN. You could, if you use the W with your name, that's fine as well. The diameter, the segment that passes all the way through the center, this chord that passes the center is segment RT. Radii, well, there's 3. You could say segment PR, segment PO, or segment PT. All of those are radiuses. Radii. So, next we got this arc. Because that's a right angle there, this arc out here is going to equal 90. All of this is 360, right? So 360 minus 142 and 90 gets me that those other arcs are going to be 64 and 64. Now it's just a matter of filling in all the puzzle pieces. Okay? And finally, we've got a isosceles right triangle, 15 and 15. It's a 45, 45, 90 right triangle. So 515 square root 2 is what PQ is equal to. To solve for x over here, I got this arc that's 116 degrees. Therefore, that angle is also 116 degrees. Isosceles triangle, that x is 32. There you have it. Bye.